What is up, party people? Jeremy, Snakes for the Memories here, and we are in the rat shed. Big things about to change in here. I know a lot of you guys are saying you wanted to see me build out the rat shed. So, stick around. We're going to get into it. Okay guys, so like I said, I'm building out the rat shed right now. It's gonna be fun. Never done this before. I'm no handyman by any means. I am winging this, so take everything I do with a grain of salt. And if you're like an electrician or a carpenter or any kind of construction worker that knows how to build things, drop a comment down below. Let me know how bad I'm doing. Greatly appreciate it because again, like I said, I don't build things, That's why I buy my racks because I just don't have the skill to do that stuff. But I'm gonna try out here. We got electrical to do. We have to wire up this whole shed to power. I wanna throw in a couple more outlets in here. I have outlets to install in the ceiling over on one side and on the other for just in case I wanna add some other things in here. One is also for a vent, but if I want to put a mini split in, I'm gonna pre-wire that just so I don't have to do that later on. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun time, guys. I don't know. I'm hoping the camera picks it up all good, right? I think so. I don't know how well this video is gonna turn out. I'll be honest with you, I don't know, but I also think it's gonna be fun, and I think it's gonna be a few video series. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get all the updates. I'm building this rat shed because I got this rat shed to build, and then after this, I got enough material to build the wall in the snake room. So I'm also gonna be doing that. So I know you guys want to see that too. But yeah, we're gonna get into building this. First things first, I have some wiring to do. So let me take you over. So here's the breaker box. I have, it's already plumbed from the shed manufacturer, so that's pretty cool. By plumbed, I mean, I have a conduit line running through here, so it's gonna be pretty easy to run that line up and over. That's gonna be delivered today, but before I even get this powered, I have to install those outlets, and you have to have the power off to install those out, that's right guys. So I'm gonna be installing outlets. I am gonna be running ground wire because this is an external building, so I need to have it needs to be on its own ground rod. So I'm going to be installing a grounding rod, guys. If you've ever seen that done, if you guys haven't seen that done before, be sure to stick around for that because I'm going to be driving an 8-foot copper rod into the ground with a hammer. What can go wrong? Well, I'm just glad all my electrical and septic, propane, everything is all on that side of the house, so I should be good. But again, and also, take everything I do with a grain of salt, guys, because again, I am no professional electrician or plumber or carpenter or painter or any of that stuff. So this is the biggest job I've ever done, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're gonna get into this, guys. So stick around. Okay, guys. So I have everything, all the accessory spots wired in. Put in 3 breakers. One will be for the outside. One will be for the mini split if I put it in. And then the other one will be for the exhaust fan that I'm going to be putting in. I just want everything on its own circuit. I'm not going to be drawing that much power. This says 100 on it, but I'm going to be putting a 60 amp breaker on the inside. And so yeah, this, don't worry about this wire just hanging here. That's going to go up. I have to build the ceiling first for this to get bolted, secured to by sealing it. Yeah, ceiling. The ceiling frame for the drywall and the, what's it called? Exhaust fan. Yeah. You ain't working unless you're bleeding. You know what I mean, guys? God dang. Every time, I just freaking jabbed in the freaking side cuts right underneath my nail. I haven't don't use the right tools for the job, but you know, it works. But yeah, so this is done. I'm going to now, so the main cable has come for the power. So the cable that I'm going to be running my service cable, that has come. UPS just dropped it off. So we're going to get that and the ground hooked up. This is going to be the ground rod. Well, this isn't the ground rod. The ground rod's in the back of the truck. You guys will see that when I pull it out and we install that outside on the corner. But this will be the grounding wire because I have to put in a ground bar right here, which then that ground bar will connect to these grounds, just so they're not traveling so far away. And you know, it's a safety thing. Any external building needs to have its own grounding rod. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm gonna get this shoved through the hole, and then I'm going to grab the main service line, and I'll show you guys that. It's big, it's bulky, but it's going to do the job. And you know me, guys, I go overkill. Definitely don't need. So this is gonna be a 4 gauge solid copper grounding wire, and then I have what I get 2 gauge aluminum quadplex wiring for the main power from here to the house circuit. Again, that's a little bit overkill, but I'd rather know that my wires aren't going to heat up and everything like that, and everything's going to be fine. I don't want to, you know, do anything wrong, because this, you know, it's electrical. And anything wrong, you can kill yourself, kill somebody, or burn something down, which I do not want to do. So I always, you know, go a little above and beyond when it comes to safety features like this. So yeah, let me get this ran down through here, and I got to get the bus bar, the grounding bar, wired in too, so we can tie that in together too. Here it is, guys. This is going to be the ground bar. I don't know if brand on this matters, but I do know like circuit breakers matter. So this says Square D. This is a Square D panel, so I got Square D breakers in it, but I also just went with the Square D ground bar also, just, you know, just in case it did matter. And this is pretty easy to install. You can even see how it shows, like, hey, you can ground here, ground here, ground here. So I'm just gonna throw this into here somewhere and get this installed, guys. So there's already holes in here for this bar. So I'm assuming it probably does matter where you install it, like which one you get, because I don't know if all holes are the same. Like by holes, I mean the spacing, which just has a couple spacing options, but I don't know. So yeah, just, you know, installing it in the already tapped holes. go. That's installed on there. So now in theory, our box will be grounded, and then these wires will all be grounded to the grounding rod. This is just solid copper. And this here is the main power line. 150 feet of it. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna run this from the outside up while that one's ran down. So I'm gonna go do that now, and then we'll go outside and I'll tie in the ground bar, and yeah. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, so it came through. It's a little hot out here, my camera's like saying no. So yeah, I pulled 4 wires through. These are gonna go up in here, so it should be fine. That should be plenty. Now we're gonna get this ground rod taken out. And we'll come back in a minute. I'm gonna get my charger for my fan on here. And we'll get this shoved all the way through, and then we'll come back with the grounding rod on the outside. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so this takes way longer than I thought. It's okay, I'm having fun. This is freaking awesome. I've never done it before. So I just want to update you. I know, this isn't like a tutorial on how to do this, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing, except for like what I've read and seen on the internet, and done a lot of researches, and like, don't think I'm just, willy-nilly doing this. I've done a lot of research in this, but I just want to let you guys know. So when you're doing an external, an external building, a building not connected to your house. So this is, a detached building. I think that'd be a better word for it. So you haven't seen that. So I brought up the ground bar. You guys haven't seen that yet because I haven't installed it yet. But when you have a disconnected building, you have to have your grounds not hooked up to your neutrals. So like in your house, if you go into your breaker, you have your grounds and your neutrals. They're probably hooked up together, because guess what? A ground and neutral, I guess, is the same thing. No electrician, but same but different type thing. So the whites are your neutrals, and then obviously your bare metals are your grounds. So those have to be, when it's a detached building, they have to be on their own bus bar. So that's why I had to put in this extra bus bar, and then I disconnected all the grounds that I hooked up, because I didn't remember until now. And then I disconnected the ones that they had hooked up previously. And then all those grounds have went onto the new bus bar that I installed. And then the bus bar is going to be connected with that solid 4 gauge. You can use 6, I guess, but again, overkill here. So I did a 4 gauge. So yeah, that's just why you need a separate ground, and why I have no grounds hooked up to my main. And yes, I'm touching in here because I do not have this hooked up to main power yet. This is my first step. I'm hooking all this stuff up first, and then I'm gonna run the rest of this wire to the house. Also, I wanted to talk about this. So this, as I said, it's aluminum wire. The thing is with aluminum, and you need to put this coating on it. So this is the coating. It's anti-oxidation, anti-rust. Aluminum rust, oxidation is rust. You need to put this on, and you put it on liberally, because you want all these wires covered because aluminum will oxidize when it touches any other metal. So that's why you have to thoroughly apply this antioxidation. So I just wanted to come in and tell you guys like what is going on, a little update. I am just running these wires, so I guess a little bit more information. I'm sorry. I'm hoping this isn't as bad as I think it sounds. I hope this is a good video. I'm sorry guys if you don't like it, but I don't know. Some people might find this cool. Some people might be like, yo, Jeremy, this is freaking dumb. Don't ever do this again. I'm like, sorry, I got like 2 or 3 more because we got to build out this whole building. But, so, neutral wire, yellow stripe, and now there's going to be 2 commons. This is a ground because I marked it as a ground and I checked it. So these 2 are commons. And then these are your common ports. Red and black, okay? It does not matter red or black, black or red, does not matter because those are just power. It's power, 120, 120, it's 240. You know. Different video, different time, not my expertise. Google it if you want to figure out more. And then I'm gonna try to shove these wires back down through so I don't have too much sloppy joppy up in here. But it should be good because that's just a little bit of information. I rambled a whole bunch and I'm sorry. But we'll check in a little bit when we do the pounding out outside. I'm just gonna finish installing these and we'll meet back up when I'm putting that rod into the ground. Okay guys, so this rod right here, you see on one end, oh wait, maybe there you go, the other end, 8-foot rod. This is the grounding rod that I need to do for my, okay, I hope this picks it up. It's windy out. I'm not using my fancy mics and stuff. So this is the rod, this is the grounding rod that I have to pound into here. Right here? I mean like right there. You shall not pass! Exactly what she said, you shall not pass. At least the lightning and electricity that needs to get grounded shall not pass and short out anything with this rod. So, 8-foot rod, 5/8 diameter, and yeah, you guys can watch me pound that into the ground, you know what I mean? So, let's go! Okay, guys. Whew. That out of shape. Jesus, that took a lot. So, that 8-foot bar is drove into the ground. Now the next step is I'm going to trim this. This is the ground wire. I'm going to put it through there. And put it through the wire. We're going to torque that down. And then the shed will be grounded. I forgot to record this part, but I had Jackson run the wire underneath the deck. So that means next step is to hook it up, well, get to the main breaker and connect the power line to the main breaker. So I'm gonna finish tightening this up and I'll meet you on the other side, okay guys? What is up, guys? You can't see me right now, but what? We got lights in here, guys. I was up late. It's the next day, if you couldn't tell by the, I think I had a different color shirt on yesterday. I don't know. But it's the next day. I was up till like 11:30 last night, running that line underneath. But yeah, so today, I just want, well, first off, I wanted to show you that, dude, we got power. We got outside power. We got lights in here. The lights aren't mounted properly right now. They're just hanging from the ceiling just so I have light in here. But yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna clip this video at. I don't know what part. So you guys might see this or you might not. But yeah, so the next step is gonna be doing pest control. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing for that. And then insulation. And then drywall for the walls. And then I got to build up the ceiling. And then do the ceiling. And then I have to cut in for the exhaust fan. And yeah. So I still have a little bit more electrical to do. But I have to wait to get the exhaust fan here because I have to build the frame for it up there. Which I don't know, you know. Like I know the specs on their website, but I'd rather just have it here and do it right the first time, and then, you know, mess up and have to redo all my work. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting that up in the ceiling. But yeah, this is kind of a little update. So if you guys want to come back and see me doing insulation and pest control, that'll be next video. I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.